recently, as you all knew, I had some technical difficulties, so channel was down for a little while. And during that time, I got started a little bit of time to just check out some of the other YouTube channels I usually check out and stuff. And surprisingly, a lot of what they have is stuff I already have in the works to put out. So that's that. But I was checking out Thinking Critical, and Wes and Doc were doing this thing about how to fix Marvel Comics in 2025. And I agree with everything that they said in regards to how it needs to be fixed and things to be done. I mean, even if you just talk about, getting rid of the editors and writers and crappy morons who run the company, okay, all of that. But when you look at it like from an actual comic book perspective of what they need to do to fix it, they went over that. And like I said, I completely agree with everything that they said. So I figured, you know what, let me just add my 2 cents in as well as to what I think should be done to fix Marvel in 2025. So that's what I've decided I'm going to do here. So let me just dive right in regards to it. The thing about Marvel is that Marvel has some A tier characters, they have B tier characters, just like DC, right? The thing with Marvel is that Marvel's A tier characters really are only two, and that's Spider-Man and Wolverine. Honestly, that's really the only two that could move a needle when done correctly. Everybody else kind of falls into a B level bracket. It's not necessarily bad because you have like Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, hell, even the X-Men and all fall into B categories. But when done really well, that does not necessarily matter. The problem is that Marvel is not doing these characters justice at all. So the best place to start and what Marvel needs to do to fix themselves in 2025 is Spider-Man. There's no other way, shape, or form they should have other than Spider-Man. And we all know how bad Spider-Man has been going for the last couple of years, honestly. It has been really, really bad. Really, really bad. And the thing about it is that the best way to put it is that they need to stop Spider-Man from being a loser, because that's all he is at this point. Just a loser. He loses battles. He doesn't do anything. He has no life. He has no nothing. It's just absolutely and utterly ridiculous. And how do they fix this? Well, it goes back to One More Day. I think that's where the whole problem began. And what I would recommend that they do is that they have to run I think basically what they could do is run a storyline like this. The whole thing involving the alternate dimension and Paul and all that stuff, all of that, you need to use that as a vehicle to completely retcon or get rid of One More Day. That's what you need to do. You basically could set it up like, Mephisto was the one who influenced Paul and his father to do that whole tattoo thing and destroy their world. You then find out that the Mary Jane that is there is not the actual Mary Jane, that Paul actually made some kind of deal with Mephisto to get that Mary Jane, and the real Mary Jane is being held in stasis somewhere. And this Mary Jane come back who's so in love with him and all this madness and somebody, but isn't the real Mary Jane. So Spider-Man now will have to travel through the true dimensions to find the real Mary Jane, and then together the two of them, with most likely the help of Doctor Strange, have to do something to confront Mephisto, because basically it's like Mephisto is feeding off of the damage that is being done to their lives, and the only way to fix that is for them to go back in time and completely erase the deal that was made to end their marriage or all of that, to fix that. Is the only, and once that is done, you wipe out Paul, you wipe out One More Day, you wipe out Jackpot, you wipe out all the crap that came after One More Day, gone. And you go back to the main timeline of what it was, and that's how you fix it. That is the main thing, how you fix that. You have to fix that, and I think that is the best way to completely stop the damage that has been done. You also have to get rid of all these spider variants. I'm very typical. I know that people are going to say, yes, Miles Morales is Spider-Man, but Miles Morales is not Spider-Man. He'll never be Spider-Man. Miles Morales needs to get a life of his own, stop being a Spider-Man variant. If they want to have him be a hero, give him his own set of powers or something like that and give him a storyline. But he's not Spider-Man, he'll never be Spider-Man. All these other variants like Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, Spider-Boy, Spider-Girl, Spider-Cow, Spider-Frog, it needs to stop. It really and truly needs to stop. It is not doing anything for the stories anymore. It's just damaging the brand. You understand me? Really and truly just damaging the brand. Now, during what Wesley was saying, Doc was saying that our Aunt May needs to die, and this way, I wouldn't necessarily agree that she needs to die, but I do think it's time Aunt May move on and leave. Maybe, because she's been doing some sort of volunteer work and thing. Maybe she gets an opportunity to go and do something in another city that would really help. She could be head of some kind of organization to help people and that. That would be a good change for her, because it's time she moves on from this book for a little while, man. Because we've had over 60 years of Peter and and Aunt May, and it needs to stop at this point. She needs to get a life of her own and go and do something that she could find herself enjoying doing. Kind of move from that. Then maybe a couple of years down the road, she passes away quietly. Okay, but let's have her move on and elevate herself so she could go and do something else. Doesn't have to constantly be here. And for the love of God, give Peter Parker a job now. Oh God, it's 2024 going into 2025. Give Peter Parker a job. Any man that, in this day and age, he should have something going on. He is literally a genius. He's a scientist. He could do some consulting work for companies, or he could start his own business. And that, something where he doesn't have to be running out every minute, possibly looking for him to Parker, where's Parker? Come on now, man. We had that when he was working at the Daily Planet, at the Daily Bugle, excuse me. It's time to move on from that and give him an actual life, give him an actual job, get him and Mary Jane back together, have him stop being a loser, get rid of these spider variants, get rid of one more day, retcon the hell out of that. Have Aunt May move away, get a job, a life of her own, do something that she enjoys doing, and get Peter a freaking job, for the love of God. That's what needs to be done to really fix, the first thing that needs to be done to really fix Marvel and Spider-Man's life. After that, now, we have to look at the X-Men. We have to look at it, because right now the X-Men is terrible. Coming out of the Krakoa era with Thunderbolt, it couldn't get any better. It's actually getting worse. Really and truly getting worse. Even if our book is somewhat decent, it's not good. It's not good at all. And rightfully speaking, the best way to do it is that you have to kill Moira. You literally have to kill Moira. You have to put her back in her original body and kill Moira. Completely erase Krakoa from ever happening. That's what you have to do. You have to kill Krakoa. That's what you have to do. Moira, you really have to kill. You have to kill Moira to wipe out the entirety of Krakoa and be done with that. Understand me? You also only need one main X-Men book, because you have a whole bunch. You have Exceptional X-Men, NYX. Nobody cares about these books. Nobody. They freaking suck. As you want to put them, it absolutely suck. You need one main X-Men book that people actually enjoy reading. That's what you need. That is what you need. And you also have to, you have to get this, and this is mostly for the writers and the editorial team at Marvel. X-Men is not an allegory for the LGBTQ or whatever the algorithm is. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. X-Men is not woke. It's never been woke. It's not some allegory. No, it's not that at all. You cannot just sit down, read something, or see some news report about some trans nonsense today and then decide, well, you know what, that's something to make a good X-Men book about. No, that's not what the X-Men are about. Never had the X-Men about. Stop trying to do that. Stop trying to do that. The X-Men should just go back to the grassroots level, fighting evil mutants, fighting some aliens and some kind of thing like that. That's what they need to do. The X-Men need to go back to being a strike team. That's what they need to go back to being. They need to go back to being a strike team. We need to move away from the school angle for a while. The whole thing about how Xavier school figure. No. We need to move away from that for a good time because you keep bringing in every freaking weirdo imaginable. I want to stick them on the team. No, you don't do that at all. You only need to have only need to have a certain amount of X-Men, which brings me to my next point. The X-Men roster needs to be cut down. It needs to be at least about maybe 10 to 15 members tops. That's it. And by members, I mean only the X-Men that actually contribute something. You understand me? Only Nightcrawler, yes. Blobby Eye Guy, no. Also, bring back Iceman and get rid of that whole Jean Grey brainwashing him into being game master, because all Iceman is just the game mutant, and that is not working out at all. It's literally an embarrassment to such a great character. That's what you keep doing. You need to bring back a team of X-Men that people actually like and enjoy, and you can do that. And what you just think about is that you need to put out a mandate. There should be no new characters, no new mutant characters introduced for the next 5 years. None. Work on the characters that you have that are really good and do that. And X-Men should just be the X-Men. You shouldn't have villains or anything like that. Come on, man. Stop trying to turn Magneto into Xavier. It's never going to happen. The X-Men need to be a team, and that's what they need to do. And again, like I said before, you really only need one main X-Men book. That's all you need, one main X-Men book. And then also maybe a X-Force, because the X-Force is kind of like a covert. So you could have an X-Force book, okay? And a Wolverine book, that's it. That is it. Because people may not like to hear the government's truth. None of these other so-called X-Men could carry a title other than Wolverine. Wolverine is the only character that can carry a title when it comes to the X-Men. Storm cannot carry anything. Jean cannot carry anything. Cyclops cannot carry anything. Rogue cannot carry anything. I mean, what next? What next? Some kind of book about Jubilee? Yeah, that'll be real groundbreaking. You need to stop doing this nonsense. These people cannot carry books. They work together as a team. Fine, Dazzler is not some important character that needs some book. No, nobody cares about Dazzler. Nobody cares about Dazzler. You cannot have all this, was it a drag queen, all kind of thing, no, come on, man. You need a core group of X-Men, about 10 to 15 members that could most likely, if they have to go out, a certain group of them will do something, or if all 15 members have to go out, they can split up into 2 teams and work with that. That's what you need. You don't need a whole bunch of other useless people that don't contribute anything to anything. That's the long and short of it. Only Wolverine can carry a book. Give Wolverine a solo title every now and again, but none of the others, you don't need anything like that. Jean Grey cannot carry anything, because if the only thing you could do with Jean Grey is constantly tell the Phoenix story, that has gotten old fast. Storm, somebody may check out 1 or 2 issues, but I guarantee you by the 3rd issue, nobody cares anymore. They cannot carry books. These characters do not have actual rogues galleries or anything like that. They are not interesting enough. When they are part of a team, yes, they work. Other than that, I'm sorry, just not happening. Then we go on to the Avengers, because the Avengers right now are kind of very, very boring. I don't even know if anybody's reading the team, but the thing with the Avengers is that one thing the MCU did teach us about the Avengers that Marvel Comics refuses to learn: you need to make the individual core members interesting enough to build up the Avengers team. You need a good Captain America book, a good Iron Man book, a good Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, something, things like that to build up the team. And that's what you need. And when you have these good books for these characters going, then you can do an Avengers book. And by do an Avengers book, I mean the Avengers should be a small team of heroes. Not everybody needs to be everybody's best friend. No, they just come together to do the work. When they need to do that, fine. That is what they need to do. But you cannot have this massive team. No, it needs to be a small team led by Iron Man. That's it. Because right now you have like, I don't know, I think you have Black Panther and somebody else as co-captain or something like that. Or once Captain Marvel shows up, everybody, every man has to bow down to her. No, Captain Marvel should not be on the team, period. She does not sell books. She just completely destroys everything that she's a part of. She needs to leave. That's it. She should not be on that team at all. You need to have the individual members build up the team, and then you could have a really good Avengers series going. That's what you need to do. That is what you need to do to get the Avengers going well and hands off. When it comes to the Marvel Knights, and I mean like like Punisher and Daredevil and stuff like that, they need to be their own separate thing. They are not. You're not going to get the kind of sales on those books that you would get on like a Spider-Man book. You have to understand that. But what you need to do, that nonsense that Jason Aaron did, get rid of that completely. When it comes to Punisher, bring back Frank Castle. Put in writers who could actually write a Punisher book and do that. Bring in characters that can actually write a Daredevil book and do that. That is what is needed. That is what is needed. People want Daredevil to be Daredevil. People want Punisher to be Punisher. Get rid of all this legacy and mantle crap. Needs to stop. Elektra Natchios is not Daredevil. Nobody wants Daredevil with boobs. Stop doing that nonsense. Laura Kinney is not Wolverine. She will never be Wolverine. She was good as X-23. Leave her as X-23 for the love of God. Bring back Frank Castle to do what he does best. And let's not tear through criminals on a bloody rampage, and people will be okay, good, we like that. You brought in some new Punisher guy, they had to cancel the book after like 4 issues or something like that. Nobody wants this nonsense. The Marvel Knights are never going to have the big sales that the Spider-Man will have, but they have a dedicated fan base, and you can't do it if you just stop this crap. So yeah, that's my take on it, people. Spider-Man's life needs to be fixed. Erase one more day completely. The X-Men need to go back to being a strike force. You have to literally kill Moira to wipe out the whole Krakoa nonsense. You need to do that. The X-Men will then go back to being a strike force. No school team holding hands, kumbaya crap. You understand me? With 10 to 15 core members and one main X-Men book. Maybe an X-Force book as well. After the X-Men book gains some traction, then you bring in an X-Force book about a year or so after that. Fine. And only Wolverine needs a soul because nobody else can carry a damn thing. That is it. For the Avengers, build up the individual core members. You need good Captain America books. You need good Iron Man books. You need good Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye. You need these cool things. Then you can make a damn good Avengers comic book. That is what is needed. As for the Marvel Knights, bring back Frank Castle as the Punisher. Get rid of that Jason Aaron crap. You understand me? Bring back Frank Castle as the Punisher. Get rid of Elektra Natchios as Daredevil. Bring back Matt Murdock as the one and only Daredevil. And you can do this. I think these are the core things that need to be done to fix Marvel in 2025. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.